Alright guys, TacticalRap here back again today. Hope you're enjoying your day so far, and today we're going to discuss this potential mystery event that may be happening after the Black Ops Cold War beta concludes. Attach talked yesterday on stream that there's this thing going on after the beta finishes, and it would kind of make sense, right? The last time there was an esports reveal was way back in Black Ops 3, but with the integration now of the franchise league, and this is the first Treyarch title in the franchise arena, especially given the fact that Treyarch tend to be the developer which is most involved in competitive play, will they decide to do something similar this time around? That might make a lot of sense. Very intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoy the video, subscribe if you are new as always. I'd greatly appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. Before we get into that, wanted to mention this. SSMKH put this on the Black Ops Cold War subreddit a couple of days ago. Thought it was really entertaining, right? Looking back at Center's tweets, we looked at the most recent one yesterday, but yeah, as you can see, back in the day he said this about the last few games, especially the Modern Warfare one, kind of sticks close to the heart. Truthfully say, the Call of Duty is back to the game we all grew up loving, but regardless, Center then does come out and do a response to this one and say, every year I tweet out that I love the new Call of Duty, everyone thinks I'm capping. The day I tweet out I don't like the new Call of Duty is the day I die. Call of Duty is life. So to get into the Treyarch stuff, this came out from the Modern Warfare 2 Ghost a couple of days ago. There's a challenge in Black Ops Cold War which is for League play, and I also saw some other game files referencing Arena. Now Arena is interesting because that was the name of the League play way back in Black Ops 3, and well, it wasn't so good, right, because we had Ban and Protect in that game, and it meant that if anyone left during the Ban and Protect phase, I mean, it took forever to do it first of all, and then if anyone did leave, it all kind of just fell apart, and well, it wasn't the best experience, let's just say that at the very least. I do think the Ban and Protect could be an interesting model to bring back, because if you were to give every team, for example, like 2 bans, or, don't even bother with Protect, just have it like 2 bans out of the game or something, and well, that might be quite good, and it might take less time, and it might switch up the meta to some degree. That's something which they might consider bringing back, but well, it wasn't particularly well received. I don't imagine it will be coming back anytime soon, but maybe they're calling it Arena in this game once again. It was effectively called League, I think it was just called League Play or Ranked Play or something like that in Black Ops 4, and in Black Ops 2, of course, it was League Play, which I'm sure a lot of you guys remember back in the day, but probably World War II had the best system, all things considered. Yeah, Black Ops 2 was kind of broken, super easy to get to Masters, basically just playtime and stuff like that, but rose tinted glasses and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully, Treyarch do a fantastic job with the League Play system this year, and of course, Treyarch are always very involved in the competitive side, especially given the fact now that it's a franchise league. You would imagine that they'd be increasingly involved in the side of the competitive arena and supporting the professional players, as they have tended to do, well, since really Call of Duty's inception, or at least competitive Call of Duty's inception, way back in Black Ops 2 when Treyarch introduced hardpoints. They introduced control in Black Ops 4, and we'll have to see what they have up their sleeves for us this year. This then came out from Crone at CDL Intel yesterday, Attach's stream, using the M16, which looks kind of nasty here on Cartel, but he effectively says, look, there's something happening after the beta. I can't talk about it, but of course, well, having discussed it now, it is going to be talked about, and well, he also says at the end of this clip that he's going to be streaming it, right, and that's kind of interesting, given, it's not just some random event that's going to be happening. Seems like Attach is going to be streaming it, potentially along with some other professional players as well. Definitely seems like something which is on the side of esports, as we'll look in a couple of seconds here.
There's something happening after the beta, but hasn't been announced yet. But it's to do with Cold War, so I can't tell you guys, but there's something after the beta that is yet to be announced, but I'm pretty sure I'll be streaming. Yo, this gun is actually disgusting.
So Brian Saint comes back at this clip and says, you're the MVP of leaking things at Attach. So of course, well, now Attach's coach over at the Minnesota Rocker. Clayster also comes back and says, now that's Porter, so that being Crimsix, exposing roster moves in a pickup game CS match. So yeah, as you can see here, this clip, which I imagine we did talk about at the time, September last year, but Crimsix saying that OGLA's roster was Scump, Dashy, TJ, Formula, Jacob as the 5th question mark. And well, this is pretty entertaining, but regardless, pros do love leaking stuff. Attach is one of the most notorious, and the fact that some professional players and Clayster and Saint and guys that are involved in professional teams are replying to this seems to me to imply that it is something to do with the competitive side. And as well, Cronus CDL Intel follows up with, this isn't anything to do with zombies or Warzone. Pro players are likely getting extended beta access, so fingers crossed we get to see some 4v4 matches. That is my guess of what's going on here. I imagine that Treyarch are looking to do some sort of esports reveal. That would be really cool to see. The last time we saw this was in Black Ops 3. They flew all the guys out, unfortunately, back then. of course, you could do these kind of things in person. I imagine this time around it's kind of going to be online. They'll get Maven and Merk or whoever to do some casting. It'll be some more chill casting, just going through some of the maps or whatever. They'll play Hardpoint, they'll play Search, they'll play Control more than likely, and they'll put some pickup teams together and see exactly what happens. And this interesting clip came out a few days ago as well. The audio's kind of choked, but RevTheAR effectively talking about ranked play in Cold War, and well, really what he has to say is relevant for competitive play more widely, as he discusses that, like, look, has there ever been a Treyarch Call of Duty which hasn't had significant focus on competitive play? And I imagine now going into the franchise arena, Treyarch's first title in the franchise league, they're probably having even more of a focus. If there was any time to bring back an esports reveal, it probably would be now.
Have we had? Do you know Black Ops game without some competitive, without a hardcore competitive agenda? Can you think of one? Point. I cannot.
So I thought I'd just share a little bit of this esports reveal from Black Ops 3 if you guys don't remember it. They played on Combine, they played on Hunted, they played on Evac on some of these maps, and they had some pickup teams, right? So they had Kiwi, they had Gataga, Sensor, Buzzo, Flex, Merk, TP, and Tommy. So some real throwback names on this one. Tommy actually went off this first map, had like 44 kills or something like that. But as you can see, Reject is in the game, and Trek had a pretty interesting design philosophy, quite frankly, going into Black Ops 3. Their idea was, look, I mean, the Annihilator had 7 shots here as well, so that's a throwback as well. Damn, the beta, like, honestly, Black Ops 3 was such a good game. But, you know, whatever, it is what it is. So one of Trek's ideas was to have the ban and protect system, and that would just, avoid all issues with the game in terms of banning anything, right? So the idea was that UAVs would be allowed, everything would be allowed. You saw Reject got used as well, that Tommy just killed some guy. He popped up in terms of Reject, and that was of course things that were then banned out of the game. But Trek's initial philosophy was that well, let's keep all this stuff in, and that's how the initial esports reveal was played. This was actually back in August 2015, so a little bit earlier than we are sitting at now, but still, I think it'd be really, really cool if we got something like this to happen once again. So one of the big questions that people are discussing here is, look, the maps right now in Black Ops Cold War aren't so good, right? You've got Miami, which may be good for Search and Destroy. You've got Moscow, which is probably good for all 3 modes, even though some people have been discussing that one of the control points is not necessarily best placed in certain situations, so maybe that's a bit of a question mark as it stands right now. But then you've also, and of course, that can be changed, right? Trek can pop in and change those things and hopefully make the map play better. But Satellite is very questionable for competitive, if at all. And then you've got Cartel, which is, maybe it works if the map's a little bit smaller, but probably not great as it stands right now. They are going to be bringing back like Slums, Jungle, Summit, these maps that we've seen in Black Ops 4 as well that they decided to bring back. Those are also going to be coming back in this title once again. So, maybe they bring those into the esports reveal, right? And that's what kind of people are hoping, as you can see on screen here, right? That we get the esports reveal. They play like, Moscow, Hardpoint, Map 1, Game 2, Search and Destroy in Miami, Game 3, like Control on whatever, and then Game 4, Hardpoint, it's Raid Hardpoint or Standoff Hardpoint. They bring it back, Raid, Search and Destroy Map 5 or something. That'd be crazy, right? It would be really cool to see. And who knows why they don't bring these maps back, right? Because what's interesting to me is not only do I think these 2 maps are probably, in my opinion, maybe the 2 best maps we've ever had in competitive play, already in Call of Duty more generally. And if you ask players who are very casual, who don't really follow the competitive side too much, who did play Black Ops 2, what their favorite maps were, they might say Nuketown, but, second or third on the list would more than likely be Raid or Standoff, or definitely these maps are very much up there. So it shows to me, really, that maps that are designed with competitive play in mind are also tend to be the most fun for casual play, in my perspective. So it's surprising, frankly, that they're not necessarily bringing these maps back, but maybe we have Slums in this esports reveal or something like that, because I just want to see if they are going to play some, proper competitive matches, are they going to be playing on maps that are different to the ones that have currently been in the beta? Because if, as Cronut CDL Intel pointed out, it is simply a case of they have the extended beta access, and they're playing 4v4 private matches on that with, a stream over the top, and the CDL stream it. That could be great to see. It could be great to see what they have up their sleeve in terms of what the Codcaster looks like, and big questions like that, in terms of seeing how this year might potentially progress. But the maps are always the question mark, right? And if they are just playing on the beta maps, I'm not sure it will necessarily be the best viewing experience, but I'm very intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section. But I'll just finish off with this clip, which I thought was pretty entertaining here from Zuma and the New York Subliners. But yeah, intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think is going to happen here? Is this going to be some sort of esports reveal? Is there something else going on which Attach is actually talking about? Because of course, hasn't been talked about yet. And so, when is this exactly going to be announced? Is it going to be next week? Is it going to be the week after? Big questions to be answered over the coming days. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for making it this far. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm know you enjoy this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well, and help push this content and the Call of Duty community out to new audiences. Thank you for watching as always. Take care, and I will see you next time.
secure.